Hello and welcome back to Live Like You're Living. Well, I had my doctor's appointment and I was quite surprised to find out that my iron levels have gotten to be in pretty good shape. At least from since I've been diagnosed. This is the first time they look pretty good. And I was curious, I started thinking to myself, what did I do? Like, did I make any changes that make a difference? Did I stop this or whatever? And I realized that I did make some changes. And I don't drink coffee and I don't drink tea. But the reason why I don't drink coffee, I had to stop drinking coffee years ago because I had digestion ailments. Coffee was not being my friend anymore, so I left coffee alone for probably about maybe 10 years ago. It's probably been about 10 years since last time I really was drinking coffee. But then most recently, I stopped drinking tea. I used to drink tea all the time. Cold, hot, herbal, whatever, it didn't matter. Store-bought, I loved tea. I still love tea. But I stopped drinking it when I found out that I read an article, a New York Times article was talking about how there's a compound in tea and coffee called tannins. Have you guys heard of that? And apparently, I'll read this. You guys can look this up yourself if you want to. It's a New York Times article that claim drinking tea can lower your levels of iron. There's plenty of research about this. There's a lot of confusion about whether or not tannins are good for you or bad for you, but apparently tannins are in a lot of our foods, a lot of, vegetables, everything. But I guess some things it's more in, but it has been proven that it can prevent iron absorption into your blood. And so I'm like, wow, I was saturating my diet, because I would drink tea literally every day, all day long, with something that was preventing iron absorption. And I apologize for those of you who can't understand what the heck I'm saying. I know I don't pronounce IRON like everyone else. I have had plenty of people tell me, what are you saying? Iron, whatever. I was raised around strange environments with a lot of different tongues, and so some of my words are pronounced different. My apologies. But that's one of them I'm just still hung up on. I can't. But anyway, so are tannins bad for you? They have pros and cons, like a lot of things. And I think in situations like in my own specific situation, where I was constantly drinking, I either drank water or tea, and this was my constant diet, and that's what I drank all the time. And everybody's not the same, so I'm assuming that because everyone's body is not the same, perhaps my body was one of those weird bodies that it had an interesting effect on, because months that I've stopped drinking tea, it has shown in my blood work. That's odd. Maybe I'm onto something good then, because I know that, I was talking to my doctor about it, and she was telling me about, you probably heard about this before, the crab. Well, they talk about the renal. CRAB stands for hypercalcemia, renal or kidney impairment, anemia, and bone. So, calcemia, renal, anemia, and bone. She was talking to me about these things, but I'm glad that, that my levels have gotten, well, at least as far as my iron level, it has improved. And anytime any doctor, since, I've gotten diagnosed, anytime any doctor tells me, hey, this looks great, this has improved, I am on cloud 9. I am very happy. And, any positive thing, I'm gung-ho about it. And I would love to share whatever I can with you guys. And hope that maybe, I don't know, if you're drinking coffee 24/7, cut back on it a little bit if you can. If you're drinking tea 24/7, just try this experiment, from now until your next doctor's appointment when you're drawing blood, see if it'll make a difference. So go from one doctor's appointment and discuss this with your doctor before you stop. Say, hey, I'm going to try to stop drinking coffee or stop drinking tea if my iron levels are low. If your iron levels aren't low, don't worry about it, it's not a problem. But for my body was just like crashing. I had horrible levels, and to the point where I was taking supplements, and the supplements just made me nauseous. Oh, it's the worst. It was not good. But give it a shot. Excuse me, I'm always talking to you guys when I'm about ready to go to bed. I apologize. But give it a shot. Talk to your doctors about it first. And plan it, you know what I mean? And see. Say, okay, I stopped drinking this at this point, and now I'm going for my next test, and let's see what the differences are. I hope that they turn out pretty good for you, I hope for positive progressions. Hey, guess what? Like I said, my doctor's appointment was pretty uneventful. I mean, I didn't really have anything major except for that. I did my x-rays again, and I don't know. I mean, everything was pretty good. I have nothing to complain about. I am ecstatic. I'm happy. I'm full of joy. I'm full of positive energy, and I'm blowing it all to you guys. Mwah. I hope you feel that. I hope you get all that positive energy in you. Next time you go to the doctor, take that with you. And I hope that you can continue, like I am, to live like you're living. Bye, guys. Be good.